Ooh. Hi. How are you guys doing tonight? It's Wednesday, September 29th? Yeah? Yeah. It's almost October. Music is a bit loud. I am sorry. I just realized. Well. How are you? Yeah, spooky month in 2 days. It's almost October, which is why I'm starting to play horror games today. Because I couldn't wait. I had a cookie. Really? It was okay. What kind of cookie? Oh yeah, and welcome, obviously, Ilya, Top Tier Mage, Emily, Lily, Cerebro, Toast. That's everybody so far, right? This track is called The Thing Backfired. Why is it called that when it sounds like this? You forgot me. Oh, how could I forget Emily? How could I? Is it still too loud? You remembered me this time. Crazy. I always remember you. Yeah. Oatmeal raisin. Those are pretty good. I'm not always the biggest fan of dried fruit. Somebody recently said that wait, also hello Penrose. Did I miss you, Penrose? I think it's because your name is like the same color and almost the same length with badges as Mage's name, so I think I might have missed you. Sorry. Often I have to, on instinct, identify you guys by the length of your name and the color. It is October. This is October stream content, so it's October. We were playing Halloween kind of games for a while before this even. I'll become yellow. No! No! What was I just saying? Oh yeah, we played October -2nd. Thought I missed it when my headset cut out. No, I was just inattentive. I'm sleeping at the wheel tonight. If I'm no longer pink, am I even Augersley? I think that would send me into shock if I saw your name in any other color. This one's a banger, even though it's 30 seconds long. The soundtrack is good in general. I had to key if there's any yellow namers here. I think Chuba uses yellow sometimes, but she's not always here. Whoa. Oh yeah, this is the music that plays when you go to talk to the guy who's like, have you found any astral fragments or whatever? The guy who gives you potions in exchange for the ghost crystals. I changed my name from green to purple. Am I causing chaos? No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Use whatever color you want. Whoa, incredible impression. Thank you. The guy who gives you devil's knife. With this game, if you're not familiar with Echo Knight 1, I don't think that there's any significant like connective tissue between the games, except that in Echo Knight you're going around and there's ghosts and you help the ghosts sometimes. Sometimes they're just kind of around though. Graphy is the best impressionist on this website. I've decided. I hold back sometimes too. I could do even better, but I get self-conscious about my voice. This is called Wandering Ghost. This kind of sucks. Yeah, we're skipping that one. It's okay. I played Echo Knight 1 on stream, so I can tell you everything that happened in the game with my perfect memory. I mean, you help ghosts, and then there's like an evil knife. There's like an evil knife that controls your mind and makes you evil and makes you seek out power through tyrannical and violent means or something. Why are all the tracks that sound like they're about bad things jaunty? Now this one, Imminent Fear. Sounds kind of chill. It's a little creepy. Full Power Donald would be too strong. Yeah. I'm afraid to imagine what might happen if I unleashed Full Power Donald. I actually can't do it. I've got friends who can do better Donald. I don't know how you do it. It's something, you gotta like trap air in your cheek or something that you let out when you're talking. I'm curious about this game because I played Echo Knight probably like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6, and I really liked it. I think it's a very cool game. I don't know, it's one of the From Software games that has like some of the most original feel to it. Yeah. And there's 2 other games. There's Echo Knight 2, The Lord of Nightmares, which we're going to be playing tonight. And there's also Echo Knight Beyond, which takes place in space, in the future. It's like a science fiction setting. I can only make Donald sounds. I can't talk like that. Really? Deflate like a balloon to make squeaks. Yeah, I guess that's how it works. Space ghosts, yeah. Coast to coast. Beyond is super interesting to me. Yeah, same here. This song. It's Beyond it's one of those games that's like unbelievably expensive, right? Like no one bought it. No one bought Echo Knight Beyond. So it's probably like $300 on eBay. And it probably emulates like shit too. Can you roll backstab the ghosts? I don't know. We can try. Welcome, Inethica. Also, Rule of Rose type prices. Yeah, I mean, everything is costing that much nowadays, I guess. I didn't even know this existed. I thought you were playing the space one. No. This one's still, I think, a period setting. Because this one didn't come out in the US. It's a fan translation. So there is spoken dialogue that's all going to be in Japanese, but it is all subtitled. So no problem there. No problem there, huh? Ah. Wish I could be as cool as people who buy a $500 video game and then don't even play it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that collector mentality with anything. I don't get it. The only, like, I have a decent number of games, but I mean, stuff that I picked up over the years, and none of it is, like, particularly expensive. A lot of it is stuff from when I was younger, too. Japanese versions are cheaper, but after that it's in the hundreds for sure. Yeah, and you can't even play those. If you have a Japanese version of a game and you only speak English, why bother? At that point, you're just hoarding possessions. Ha ha ha, yeah. Are you a collector, Augersley? I'm not gonna knock you for it, but I don't get it. I do have a decent collection of little animal statues. But I mean, they're all like $2 from thrift stores, and mugs as well. I don't know. I only like stuff that has like just value as something that just pleases me to see it. And it's not expensive. I don't know if I would ever collect like figures or anything. I have one little Asuka from Evangelion figure that was like it's like a very small like thing that you just assemble. I got it at like a bookstore one time. Because it was like $15 or something. If you do that, but you also watch the stream, you're off the hook because the graphic cleanses all sins. I don't know about that. I'm no cardinal or priest or nothing. I just have a big backlog. Oh. Yeah, you keep buying games like Spin Dizzy Worlds and then you don't play them. We keep saying, Augersley, did you play Spin Dizzy Worlds yet? No. When are you gonna play Spin Dizzy Worlds, Augersley? I got a tiny Sanrio Asuka plushie. Ray 2. Cool. I'm imagining just like Hello Kitty, but like their character traits are plastered onto the form. I still haven't. For shame. Ooh, my hands kind of hurt. I'm kind of wondering if this is gonna this is gonna destroy me. Ooh. I want to see what Spin Dizzy Worlds even looks like. Oh. What the hell? This looks horrible. Oh no, obviously, why did you get this? This looks like an isometric game where you control a top, like a spinning top. Dude, this is great. Hold on. This is the instructions screen, I guess, for the game. Avoid all aliens. These kill. Lava burns. Life advice. What in the hell? These kill. Lava burns. Avoid all aliens. I like how the aliens are like a penguin and like a little green orb with fangs. Posted someone else's photo of the lineup in general. I will see. Discord doesn't want to load it for some reason. Discord! You slacking again? Maybe if I open original in my browser. No, it says 403 forbidden. I think that wherever you are linking it from doesn't want you to link directly to it. Because it's not appearing for me. Maybe if you save it and repost it. The good soundtrack isn't even on SNES. That was exclusive to JP Computers. Why did this get an international release? I saw that it was an Amiga game originally. Is my mouth out of sync with my talking? I always feel like it is. Ma. Seems okay to me. Okay. Hi, harmless game dev. Welcome. Like a few seconds? What? A few seconds? Oh, there they are. Oh, those are nice blushes. I like how Asuka has 3 mouth. Good. Hello. I usually lurk, but I'll try to socialize today. Well, that's just great. Hope you have a fun time. Might be a side effect of processing the webcam in VTube Studio. I don't know. Maybe. It's not exactly far enough that you notice unless you look for it. Okay. Let's turn this music off. And let's start the actual game. What do you know? We're playing a video game, huh? I wonder if there's guides for this game. I imagine there have got to be. I didn't see it until you said something. Oh no, now I've cursed it. Don't tell anyone else, you guys. Playing video games on Twitch.television? Unspeakable. I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn it off. Here we go. This game has got Kingsfield style controls. So I'm a little worried about what it's gonna do to my hands. Oh yeah. Please support the official release. How? It's like it came out like 15 years before this translation. Support the official release? What the hell kind of message is that? Like support the official release. Just means buy it, I think. You can't buy this outside of Japan. Like maybe on Japanese PSN or something. Mysterious book. I like how much this just feels like Kingsfield from the music and like the CG. Cool. Ravens. Bong. Whoa. Checking memory cards. Yes. This is Echo Knight, the Lord of Nightmares. The second Echo Knight game. On the PlayStation 1. Huh. You ever get some GBA ROMs that have those translator pre-rolls? The super long demo tapes with wavy text? Oh, my girlfriend Christina went missing 3 months ago. She worked at the college here. She was last seen entering the library's reserve room and she's been gone ever since. The police investigation still hasn't gone anywhere, and after all this time I decided enough is enough. Fortunately, I know a guy named Kent who works at the library. I knew he'd be willing to let me take a look around if I asked. Look at that car. Ah! The Great Gatsby's car. Ah. Listen to those footsteps. What could have happened to her? I'll just have to find out for myself. Check this out. Oh, you finally made it. I'll get the door for you. Just a moment. I love the way that guy peeks around. And it looks like it must be just a head in a little cabinet. You don't usually give people free access to it. Oh, I'm just not going to read it. That footstep noise is amazing. 着いたぜ。この部屋だ。この部屋だ。俺は外で見張ってるから気が済むまで調べてくれ。じゃあな。Alright, let me check the controls real quick. No. Alright. We are Richard Osmond, 25. Wait. Is that the main character of the first game? I can't remember. Billy Osmond. Oh yeah, but the GBA ROMs thing. I remember when we played the Commodore 64 games, since most of those had to be cracked, like those versions that I had all had like insane like demo scene intros where they would thank people called like Skull Man, the Bricklayer, the Ultra Pig. It is Richard Osmond. Uh-oh. So there is a direct connection between the first game and this one. All right, well, sorry to everyone who hasn't played Echo Knight 1, but I've already played that game and I just watched I just watched Let's Play of it like a couple of months ago. So sorry. Wikipedia says the stories are unrelated. I don't know. Maybe they just all have characters with this guy's name. Could be. We are on the university campus in the library reserve room. It's 1949. The weather is cloudy. It's just after midnight. Health. Best. With a picture of the moon? Condition fine. Okay. I want to check the nope. The controls. Oh. Key config. Yeah. Echo Knight. So Kingsfield defaults to strafing on the shoulder buttons, L1 and R1. Echo Knight for some reason puts strafing on R1 and R2, which I don't like. Yeah, Kingsfield variant. They even say that. That's funny. Check is triangle for some reason. I don't know why. Sure. Turn around. Yep, this is good. Hold the X button to crouch or stand up. Oh. Window colors? No. I wanted to look at that. We can change the color of the window. Change the font? Why? Why would you want to do that? Hey Mocha, how you doing? Is this a spooky game? It is not Halloweeny times. Well, it's only 2 days early. This game even takes place in October. You see? October 15th, 1949. Why are they called Type A through E? I don't know. Maybe they didn't finalize it until later. We can crouch? Oh yeah. Like oozing around on the floor like a slug. So I'm assuming that we're looking for some kind of book that's like out of place. There's an assortment of books about history. There's an assortment of books about traditions and biographies. Cool. The 25th anniversary, the foundation of Anchor City. Floor is trying to talk to you. What? It's an assortment of books about philosophy and ethics. Okay, so each shelf side is one thing. Can you run? No, that just that makes me crouch. In previous Echo Knight, the first one, you could... No, I don't want to restore health automatically. Option? I keep hitting X. Okay, we can turn up our walking and turning speed. Fast turn. Faster. For experts. Yeah, there we go. Now we're fast. Books. Psychology and spiritualism. Seems like a pretty good candidate. B2. What am I looking for? Well, I just stepped up on something. Do we want this? Step stool. It's a small step stool. Ah. Can pick it up. Are we looking for something on top of the bookshelves? I wonder. Let's put it down and see what we can see from on top of this. I mean, the answer is basically nothing. So maybe we need something from off of a high shelf. Where's the run button? No patience, Scrappy. I'm slow. This huge crosshair is familiar. I mean, the first Echo Knight did have this. I don't know why it's so big. Why did they make it this large? Literature and the arts. Oh, I think that's what we want. We want whatever that is. So let's get this. I remember playing some of this years ago. File. Ooh, it's an entry log for the reserve room. Christina has an entry here during the month of July. July 28th, 1949. Christina Collins. Category C1. History. Heading. North. Heading? American Prehistoric Cultural Research. Well. Looks like something's fallen on the floor. Hey, 8 Lives. How you doing? Saw a non-DualShock pad in a cash generator for £2 last week. What the hell is a cash generator? You mean a pawn shop? Is that what you call them in the UK? Cash generator? Old book. Now, what might this book be? This woman. The lady in the photograph from that book in the library was the spitting image of Christina. According to the book, her name is Jessica Clancy. So, she's a part of the Clancy family. They've been a well-respected family for many years. Having grown up in an orphanage, Christina had no memories of her early childhood. Check out that dithering. I'm sure that, upon seeing that photograph, she realized that the two of them must be related. There's no doubt in my mind that Christina paid a visit to the Clancy residence. I should be there soon, once I make it through this forest. Whoa! Some shitty headlights, so you couldn't see that coming. Ooh. Ooh. Hey Margot. This game is pretty cool so far. Cool music. Check out those riding boots. Where was the gunshot sound? He's got huge hands. What was that about? Was that a dream? Yeah, the Echo Knight characters, in the first one, they were very silly looking. Oh, I have to advance the dialogue.
そんなに難しい顔するなよ。一応命の恩人なんだぜ。森で気を失ってたところを拾ってやったんだ。感謝ぐらいしてくれ。まあ、俺もあそこで道に迷ってたからな。偉そうなことは言えないが。挨拶がまだだったな。ブライアン・ノードだ。
Brian Node? The graphics and voice acting is too high quality. Oh, come now. Come now. Those S-shaped question marks? Always catch me off guard. Yeah, I was seeing that when I was thinking that too when I saw that. I was like, that's a really weird question mark.
これも何かの縁だ。まあ、仲良くしようぜ。
What's up with his hair? This guy's got a mullet in 1949. He's ahead of the curve. Brian Node. Well, let's immediately start looting the dresser. Okay, I can't interact with that. This dresser was constructed out of solid oak. Okay, our man is like very well versed on wood, I guess. Lighter. You take the oil lighter. Yes. I can't take it. The candle has been placed here. Drawer. Ooh, like Shenmue. What is that? What? No, I want to take that. Will you take the dried herb? Look at that. Nice texturing. Looks cool. You can't recognize oak by the grain? Come on. No, I'm sorry, Auguste. I don't make furniture for little elves like you.
この館を見つけたときは助かったと思ったんだが、誰も出てこないところを見ると空き家かもしれんな。
It's weed. Yeah, you wish. Weed Emily. Classics of Echo Knight, lying on the floor and stealing things. Have anything else for me, Ryan?
この館を見つけ
No. Let's get the same thing.
もう体の方はいいのか。とにかくこう暗いんじゃどうしようもないな。その辺を見てこよう。電気ぐらいなんとかなるだろう。
He looks really weird. I kind of prefer Echo Knight 1 where people didn't have very well defined faces. Could feel that burn from here. Augersley is not but cinders. No, he's proud of it. Weed Emily. Great pun. Wasn't there a time that Stunts changed your name to Weed Emily on the Discord server? Reading lamp. A small lamp has been placed above the bed. I guess I can't interact with it. It's a single-sized bed. This cloth-covered sofa has some comfortable-looking armrests. Is that really a sofa? I don't know. This low table appears to be quite sturdy. The center is made out of marble. Why don't you stand on it then, Richard? That's the light switch. Yep, the classic Echo Knight light switch that has like a little red light on it. The power's out. West Wing guest room. I've seen armchairs called a one-person couch. Really? It makes like a cash register noise. All right, let's save our game. Ooh. These textures are still Echo Knighty as heck. Good. Yeah, it's just a nice looking game. I like it. You have power. When you said the power is out, my lights flickered. Yeah, I'm gonna knock out all the power for your neighborhood. Well, there's Richard. Hey, buddy. Hey, bestie.
配電盤が切ってあるな。鍵がないと動かせないようだ。その辺を探してみてくれ。
A key?
俺はなんとか動かせないか試してみる。
Over there? Where? All right. Yeah, you need a key to turn the power on? You sure? All right. We didn't finish exploring in here. Hey, Chuba. Echo the Dolphin is pretty good so far. We're just in a mansion. We crashed our Great Gatsby car and into a tree, and then some man named Brian Node took us to this mansion. The chair appears to be part of a matching set with the reading desk. There's so many observations. It's a reading desk that was fashioned out of wood. I guess Richard can't identify this wood the same that he could with the dresser. It's a large bookshelf, but it doesn't have a single book on it. That seems suspicious, don't you think? Brian Node. Payphone. Oh, a strange telephone. What is this? What is this? Stove? This stove was built to burn through firewood and provide warmth. It looks like it's been used a lot through the years. Kind of reminds me of that one furnace that we found in,
Brian no ode.
Thanks, 8 Lives. It looks kind of like that furnace that was in the Oat. Do you remember the one where we had to put that like clay relief into like the stove to bake it into a certain shape? And it's an oil painting with a red base. There's no signature, so it's not clear who painted it. That's where I'm gonna put you. Why? This ceramic vase has been decorated with a Madonna lily. It looks really dead. You're not going to remark upon that? This would be a great place to put glasses and bottles, but none of them have been placed here. Why is there no, like, books or anything, but there's still furniture and, like, dead flowers? It's a leather chair. Closet. Open. Open the fucking closet. It's a double-doored closet. It's open drawer. Nope, nothing. This is Shenmue before Shenmue. Drawer opening simulator. Can I get over this weird sofa? A couple of people could sit on this sofa with plenty of room to spare. Pretty cool. It has an iron stand and is covered with lace. Cool. Nice transparency. Wow, what a carpet. Yeah, looks very Harlequin. No open, only look. Are we opening drawers? Pog. Hey Stunts, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. That's an insult to Echo Knight. No, it's the greatest compliment, in fact. Everyone should be so happy as to be compared to Shenmue. Yeah, exactly. Shenmue is one of the most godlike games ever made. I'm just turning those on for when we do have power. This paper certainly feels soft. Why would you touch the toilet paper? There's a toilet here. But is it really? Yeah. It's a white ceramic sink set in a marble countertop. Oh, I thought that was a guy standing there. I was really nervous for a second. It's a bronze towel hanger. Alright, general storage. Ooh, herb. The herbs. Sims in the city. Nothing in the general storage there. Nothing there. I must disagree. Based on what? Have you even played it, Monka? Shenmue 4 when? I mean, we can only hope. The back of the chair seems to be laced together out of wicker. Okay, that's great. Shenmue 3 seemed like it was kind of whatever, but I at least appreciated that it stuck to its guns. They did not really change that much. We'll touch the toilet paper but not wash his hands. I see how it is. Hehe. They changed stuff like the combat and made it even worse. Yeah, I mean 3 seemed kind of not so great. You know Rio's VA is from Texas? I heard that he was picked because he looked like Rio and he had studied martial arts. What? Are these doors moving by themselves? Well, we can't do anything. It seems to be locked. The best way to pick a voice actor. I think that's how all the English voice actors were chosen. It's a big potted plant. The leaves have completely dried out. What happened so far in the game? I was working. Well, our girlfriend went missing, so we went to a library and found like some kind of file that made us think that she went to where we are now, and then we crashed our car, and then we woke up in the mansion. Hold on. My hair is really annoying me, so I'm getting it out of my face. All right. We went to a library and crashed our car. Yeah. I don't think I need to play 2 and 3, but I respect them. Well, 3 is cool. 3 is like, I think 3 is more interesting than 2 personally. There's a large aquarium here. It's empty though. I think one of my favorite things about 2, did I say 2 or 3? 2 is the one I think I might like it a bit more than the first one. And I think it's really funny that like you can ask people around town for to give you like to take you places. Like if you ask about like a location, people will sometimes say, oh, I'm headed there right now, just follow me, and they will like automatically walk there and you'll just automatically follow them. But most of the time the people who do that are old people and they're the slowest and it takes forever to get there, which I think is extremely funny. You said 3. Well, I meant 2. I meant 2. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, hey. This is what we saw in that cutscene. Check out those clouds. It looks like Mummy's bandages. That's definitely done deliberately. Yeah, and it's like if you ask a kid and they take you, we're going through the face doors. Like the kids are the fastest, but they are like always busy. 8-pointed star chamber? Look at that fire. Damn. Fancy. What? Christina? Sleeping woman. Her eyes are gently closed. This isn't really Christina, is it? Well, I guess we're not going to do anything because our character just would not interact with this object. Very high res. Two has lucky hit. That is true. Lucky hit is not fun though. Caw caw. I think that we should replace Brian Node with like a crow that will follow us around and speak to us and give us hints.
早くしてくれよ。
Hurry up already. What am I fucking looking for? He just said we need a key to access the switch bank, but that means like nothing to me. Like what the hell does a key? What the hell does a key that goes to something like that even look like? Large glass aquarium. There's a large aquarium here. It's empty though. I can't do anything with it. I can't do anything with this because I just can't open it. I don't think this is even considered a cabinet. Yeah, that's nothing. Are the audio levels okay? Like King of Bandits Jing. What does that mean? What? Sounds good. Alright, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. I don't know. I guess there's nothing in this room. No, I keep... I'm used to holding a button to run in Kingsfield, so I press X and hold it, and then our guy lays down on his stomach on the floor. That's a guy who has a crow friend that talks to him and gives him hints. Where is he from? Like, what, is he from a game, or? Hey, wait, is there something on the table? How did I completely miss that? I guess it's kind of similar color. This table was strikingly cut out of marble. It looks pretty luxurious. Am I gonna be able to find this thing? Stand switch. Power's out. Great. The radio's out. I feel like I remember playing this years ago and being really confused as to where the key was then too. This may not be a good sign, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. He's from the manga and anime, King of Bandits Jing. Oh, I've never heard of that in my life. The only game I know of where you get hints from your crow friends is Metroid. The crows in Resident Evil 4 give you grenades. Does that count? I guess depends on what you're looking for. Where is the fucking key? Brian won't talk to us until we get the key. There's a perk in DBD that lets you talk to crows, really. Graphy too busy, Lucky Star over and over for different anime. No, I've only watched that one time. Well, did you find the key? No, Brian, where am I supposed to fucking look? Ah. Oh, thank you. You've taken the candle. Yes, I have. Shaking his head like this fucking asshole. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing that's so important that you can't look to? You already said you can't do anything without a key, so why are you even standing here? This device controls the flow of electricity in the area. Great. Thought he was going to take the key out of his pocket and go like, hee hee, I had it all along. If only. Huh? What? No. That was a new pause screen. That was cool. Alright, so I just can't use those, I guess, manually. What is with this? Can I use the candle on this door? What is this? Like the item menu? That is pretty cool, isn't it? What? Usable. For the hands. For the body? What? Oh, like you can equip them on your hands and body? This oil lighter could come in handy when lighting candles. Okay. If I set it on a candlestick holder first, then it could shed some light. Okay. Is this the idea? That we are supposed to be lighting candles? Okay. Game too hard. We'll figure it out. Alright, so we can light this candle, I'm assuming. Yeah, great. Whoa! Hey, are you okay? Don't worry.
気が消えちゃったからだ。だから、
Okay.
お化けが出てきて、鍵を隠したんだ。
No, it's okay. Don't cry. No, I'll solve it. Don't worry. Your fish is gonna be fine. Oh. Ooh. So this is kind of like the principal concept of Echo Knight is usually when you find a ghost, you will go into like their past or their memories or something to try and help them. It's a big glass fish tank. There's a lively fish swimming inside. What's this? Sorry. Oh, we can just turn on the aquarium light. It just lights up the aquarium? That seems pretty fancy for the 50s.
綺麗でしょ？僕の魚なんだ。
Yeah, it's fine.
そろそろ餌をやらなくちゃ。ちょっと取ってくれない？向こうの棚に入ってるから。
Yep. Okay. Seven out of 10. Well, that's good enough for me. What's that? Will you take the fish food? Fish foods. Mashed? What does it say? Mashed? Mashed prawn? Mashed prawn paste. How's your fish? For a tropical fish. Okay. I'm home, big sister. Hello, Spaces. How you doing? You're scaring him. No. He's fine. Look at... Why are his legs so short? His arms are so long. He kind of looks like Butthead from Beavis and Butthead in profile. I bet I could find that texture. Which one?
綺麗でしょ？そろそろちょっ
Here's your fish food.
ありがとう。
The fish food one? I feel like they probably made it for the game though.
こいつね、頭がいいんだ。僕が、だから毎日僕が餌をあげないと、きっと死んじゃうんだ。
What?
まったく手のかかるやつだな。
The fish won't eat unless it sees you give it? Why?
どうもありがとう。これ、棚に戻しておいて。
You've taken the fish food. It's just how the fish work. Oh, sure. Oh, look at that freak. It's spinning around. It's so excited. Lanky Kong.
後で水も変えてあげなくちゃ。
Change the water? Like what? Are you just gonna drain the entire thing? I guess it's the 50s, so maybe people don't have electric pumps and stuff.
そうだ。鍵をしとかないと、また怒られちゃうよ。
Why? There's only fish food in there. That makes no sense at all. Whoa! You have taken the chest key. Look at that. It's so fancy. Why would you have to lock the chest? There's nothing in it but fish food. Ah. That fish is augurously. What do you mean? What does that mean? Hey, child. Here you go. I'll fix it. I'll fix your problem.
あ、鍵だ。
Or else the fish will get in and eat it all.
餌、あった。
He dropped a key. Look at that walk cycle. This game is like fully voiced or something crazy. There was a lot of voice acting in the first one as well, wasn't there? Maybe not fully, but most of the lines so far have been voiced. Oh, only for ghosts, I see. Oh yeah, that's right. The police at the beginning of that game didn't have
よかっ
voicing.
た。お兄ちゃん、ありがとう。魚、元気になったよ。
You insist. Well, I'm not gonna argue with him. Yes.
あなた、いい人なのね。
Hey, it's her.
そう構えなくてもいいわ。何もしないから。
Hey, she seems cool.
あれはね、あの男の子だったものよ。あの子の魂。死んじゃったの、みんなね。でもどこにも行けない。誰かが来てくれるんだ。もう死んじゃったのに、かわいそうよね。助けてあげる。できるかしらね。
Would you guys prefer
下に降りて
for me to read the
そ
dialogue
こに小さな庭があるわ。
after they finish delivering the line? Or, I don't know. I'm not gonna read over the Japanese dialogue. The fish is a ghost too. You'll never find out why I'm the fish. Yeah, it's frustrating. Mixing on point from soft. Yeah. Don't know what was up with that. Right, go downstairs and head west. Alright.
あの子を殺した奴はそこにいるはずよ。
The man who killed the boy? Was a murder? Read what they said in Japanese. I can't. I don't know the language. It's an unreasonable demand. So they got these astral piece. They were called astral fragments in the first game, which I think is a more elegant name than astral piece. Like fragment sounds more like poetic in a way. All right, and he dropped like this small object I can barely see. Oh, distribution board key. All right, Brian. I found that thing that you wouldn't help me look for. Brian. Bet it was Brian Knob.
鍵が見つかったのか。
Yeah.
だったら早くこいつを動かしてくれ。
Yeah, you know, it would have been faster if you had helped me. Why is that flickering like it's an LCD screen? Oh. Yep.
おい、なんだよあれ。 どけ。
What?
銃が。こいつ一体。
Yeah, dummy.
うわー 行ったのか。
Yeah, coward, it's gone. I fucking hate this guy.
冗談じゃない。あんなのと付き合ってられるか。俺は逃げるからな。あとは好きにしてくれ。じゃあな。
Fucking coward budget Harry Mason ass. What an asshole. I fucking hate this man. Hey, I mean, that's the right choice. No, there's a mystery. We could be solving the mystery. If you see a ghost, leave. No. No. Nice void room. Yeah, I like when they open the door and you can just like kind of see like the black void on the other side. Can I turn this on, please? I guess not. Oh, this lamp is on. That's nice. Is there some light switch in this room? It's kind of weird that we can't turn on the lights in here. I'm gonna shoot this floating child. Yeah, I don't know. Most people would understand immediately. Oh, this is a ghost. The lamp is the one you turned on earlier when there was no power. Yeah, I know, but I mean, there seems like there should be able to be something you can turn on in the room, like another light switch. I love it when Graphy gets mad at video game characters. Remember that guy in Quake 4 who got stuck in that divot in the floor and like would not like, and I couldn't leave the area without him? I remember cussing him out really bad. That is the light, yeah. I guess so. Graphy, you would leave if you saw a ghost. You would piss yourself and run away. Well, you're not wrong. Ah! Oh, you're gonna hurt yourself, Brian. It's gonna be locked, dummy. Yeah! Thank you! It's locked from the other side. No! Ow, my moon. Oh. Well, she like disappeared and then reappeared. Brian, what did you drop? Take the compass? Yeah, sure. Can you give me your gun? He's dead. Yeah, good riddance. Oh, there's a light switch. Okay. You're gonna end up like Brian. That's what you get. Can I have your gun? You don't need it anymore. She just hurts you a bit. Yeah. I guess Brian was pretty weak. He had a neck like a paper towel tube. Can we go in here? She snaped his neck. It's another ghostly child. Can't believe Brian ended this way. Yeah, it's too bad, really. Cool, nice textures in here. Doer. This game has only ghost kids, I guess. That would be cool. I hear piano. This game is Luigi's Mansion before Luigi's Mansion. Servants' waiting room. Do I really want to like help these people if they had servants? I don't know. It's a delicately crafted radio. Corner stands. Nope. No. Narrow corner stand built out of mahogany was placed here. What's this? Map. Oh, great. There's a map in this game. Huh? What? Oh, you were here. What? Inner court? Okay, there's probably some kind of puzzle. This appears to be a map of the mansion. I wish I could take it. Take a screenshot. No. No. He might have been a nice man. You don't know. He just feared ghosts. He wouldn't help me find the key. He insisted on just staring at that box, even though there was like nothing to be seen. A large painting has been hung here. Hanger. What's that? There's a line of hooks that resemble a horse's head, but there's one missing on the left. Okay, that's probably puzzle. I smell puzzle. Wow. Opening each individual door. What's that then? Ashtray? An ashtray has been placed here. Yes. Glass has been set into the iron frame. Exciting. Yeah, there's some herbs. Yes. I love the Minecraft paintings. Successfully identified 2 woods so far. I guess our guy is pretty keen when it comes to wood. That's just a pic of a lady. Okay, the music room. Portrait. René Schuster. He composed the Piano Nocturne. Walter Greenberg. He composed the Piano Selection Number 5, second movement. Valentino Wyden. He composed the Piano Sonata Number 64. Our dude is like very cultured, I guess. It's a 3-tier bookshelf. Music stands? Musical composition? What is it? Musical composition's been left here. Yeah, we'll take it.
返して持っていかないで
Sorry. It's an adventure game. I have to pick up the items. Oh. But who was piano?
今日は君にプレゼントがあるんだ。ほら、見てごらん。
え楽譜何の曲かしらあこの曲
そうだよ。君の欲しがっていた楽譜だ。
嬉しい私大切にするわきっと上手になってあなたに聞かせてあげる
ああ、楽しみにしているよ。
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm assuming we need to find a different composition, maybe, and bring it back to her. Just gonna take a lady's sheet music. I mean, it's an item I can pick up. I might as well. Joined room. Uh-oh. I hear giggler. Ah! Pulling Brian already. Hey, come on now. You know it's a good game when Gruffy is getting spooked. I'm not. Shut the fuck up. This wooden chair doesn't have any armrests. It's placed on top of the table. Shut up. We got you now. You don't have anything. That's a bottle of wine. Bar lounge.
Boo.
I really like how the text of speech said that. She sounded like she was just being a little malicious. It's a stone fireplace. Old newspaper. Oh. Whoa. November 24th, 1927, the Eurydice's maiden voyage. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Stupid fucking Zeppelin. What a dumb idea. Wow, that wind. The way that it's rendered is really cool. They really went all out on this game. Blimp staircase. Whoa! Whoa! This is crazy. Oh my god. It's locked. Is this reflective? No, it's transparent. Okay. Look at how thick that glass is. Wow, some painting's been hung here. What is this? Abstract Impressionism? Wow, it's Kandinsky. R.I.P. Graphite Hello died when a blimp exploded. I'm fine. The blimp won't explode. The shittiest guy ever. What's wrong with him? I don't know anything about that. Can you imagine getting on this thing and then you're like sitting in this chair, just like watching out the back of the Zeppelin from behind whoever's sitting here? This room kind of sucks. Seems like a nice place to sit and enjoy the view. Yeah, whatever. Couldn't identify the kind of wood in that chair. Hey, why are you crying?
クマさんがいなくなっちゃった。
Oh.
どうしよう。ジェシカちゃんのなのに。どうしよ
Yeah, that sucks, but it's not really anything to cry over. I guess we gotta find her bear. Jessica's bear. Remember, no smoking here, Graphy. I haven't smoked in, I don't know, several weeks. It's locked. What is that? Aisle? Graphite inside of a marvel of modern technology flying through the sky. The first time anyone ever has. This room kind of sucks. Yeah, of course. You know, just because it's the first time doesn't mean they get to cut corners. Oh, stuffed animal. Ah! 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 Gotta keep those lungs in shape for talking on stream. I guess so. I guess so. Item. It's a small stuffed bear. Stop crying. Hey, I have the bear. I'm crouched down shorter than she is. Yeah.
う。クマさん、
Aw.
ありがとう。
I like the way that her pigtails are bobbing around. It looks cool. Becoming small like children lets them know you're cool. I'm cool. Oh, cool. You can recenter by just pressing both of the look up and down buttons. You're as small as Kuma-chan. It's true. strafing up the spiral staircase. Huh.
やっぱりジェシカも連れてきてあげたかったわね。
急に熱を出したんだ。しょうがないだろ。
双子なのにレベッカと違ってあの子は体が弱くて旅行に行くんだって楽しみにしてたのにかわいそうだわ。
大きくなれば体も丈夫になるさ。先生もそう言ってただろ。この子たちの人生にはまだまだ時間があるんだ。悲観しちゃいけない。
そうね。今度来るときはきっと4人揃って。
Wow.
ああ、そうしよう。
お船から煙が出てる。
Uh-oh. Whoa. That was cool. Return of Inchling Graphy. Oh no. Wow, that just burned up real fast. That's Jerry. No, that's me when I'm 2 inches tall. Oh, well, that's that. They died. To be honest, back in the day, I would have felt safer on a blimp than a plane before the Hindenburg. Really? Huh. I like that there's one family on this Zeppelin. Yeah, and they modeled all that stuff so that I could go there for 5 minutes. That was kind of insane. It was made out of weaved wicker. It's even got armrests. I like how he keeps remarking on if the furniture has armrests or not. A newspaper's been left here. Yeah, we just... oh, we can take the newspaper. It's got something circled. The time is ripe. What else does it say? The election of... the election of representative. There's a crossword on the back. Oh. Yes, sure. I'll take the kitchen key. That was a really resonant key when it fell there. This serving cart has been used to deliver bottles, among other things. What? How do you know? There's no bottles on it. I guess we're in a bar, but you don't know. Richard. Jukebox? Why does this work when the power's out? Okay. They made that amazing sky scene, but they could have just made it static pictures. Yeah, they went through a lot of effort for that Zeppelin. Thanks, Kota. Very cool. Did he compose this? Planes seem more intense, and it's less clear to me how they fly. Blimps are slow, and it's like very obvious. I guess so, but they just seem so much more volatile. There's a dull gleam off of the heavy marble countertop. Can I not pass through here? There's clearly something that way. What? Why can't I get through this gap? What the fuck? This counter table sure is big. There's something in that cabinet. Why can't I get to it? What is this? Ah! No, I want to know what that is. Well, I thought that was a person or like a ghost. It's just a pillar though. Beer keg. There's a small barrel here, which is used as the counter. No, at the counter. Hey, Dragonic dude. Welcome. Echo Night 1 was Kota's first composing job. Cool. No! I hear ghosts, but I don't know. You only think blimps are risky because of that disaster, but that only happened once. It just looked really bad. Yeah, but how long were Zeppelins even in use before that? Porcelain plate. It's a porcelain plate. Tableware shelf. Wine bottle. Huh. Now play classical gas. That's a good meme. Watching like a YouTube compilation of now play classical gas will like make you feel like you are losing your mind. Landscape painting. It's a painting of the water at twilight. Painting of the water at Twilight Sparkle's house. Yep, there's nothing in this cabinet. What wood is it made out of, Richard? There's a cabinet with glass windows here. Well, he just doesn't know. Ashtray. Yep. There's nothing in this room. Can I go under this? Hey. No! 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 Get up! I just wanted to hide under the table. Why? Oh no, this is the room where she's in here. Oh, but that's the thing. It's an adjoining green shelf with cabinets. Can I climb over this? "15 out of 10. You'll never survive in the wild like this. Like I'm like an animal that was raised in captivity. It's made for women's clothing. Screen. There's glass set in the frame. Look, Richard, you could vault over that. Don't act like you couldn't. Can I? Nah, he's too big. How do I get over there? Curtain? It's a small purple curtain made out of lace. Oh, there's a door. Okay. What do you think that key is for? I wonder. He doesn't know that he wants to. I can see the like switchboard over there though. There was a photo of Amelia Earhart eating Dale Earnhardt eating shit. Guaranteed planes wouldn't exist. You want to be, but he can't know that. There's a pot with a checkered pattern here. It's a painting of a castle standing proudly beneath the blue skies. That's pretty cool. That's exactly what you are. Yeah, sure. Number lock, huh? I bet I could find that texture. Yeah, sure. I don't know what I think about this game compared to the first one so far. Wanna bet? No. I don't like to gamble. Let's see. Piano Sonata number 5, second movement. What's this? On the back of this old paper, an article has been circled in red ink. Oh, I can read it. Okay, let's read. There's a small article circled here. Hope lost for happy family. Tragic accident for Herald Bay. 10 years ago, a sightseeing blimp crashed into Herald Bay. The search was called off after the weather began to worsen. It will never be reopened. The entire bay? Investigators have identified most of the corpses of the passengers aboard the blimp, but 3 family members were not found at the crash site. The emergency search has been called off, and they are assumed to be dead. The 3 missing individuals: Robert Morgan, age 32, Helena Morgan, 28, and Rebecca Morgan, age 3. Is that any clue? No. Thought Harold Bay was the name of a guy who crossed a tragic accident. Yeah, me too for a second. It's the same, but doesn't have the drunk sounding ghosts. Maybe dubs are good. Yeah, or they're all like, nah, that drink. If only I could have that special drink again. Nah. So everyone sounded like an Echo Knight. She was really well spoken for a 3-year-old. Yeah, you're right, actually. That was an amazing impression. Thank you. What an intricately carved backrest for a chair. It's quite unique. Hey, V4. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. They all have the same voice. Yeah, it was probably just one guy. That guy's a real chair connoisseur. Yeah, I like seeing how he reacts to every different furniture item. Kitchen key doesn't work here, I guess. Kitchen key? There were at least 3 different guy actors in Echo Knight. Oh. Is this game just Clock Tower 3 but taken seriously? I guess you could think of it that way. Perhaps. Perhaps. Wait, there was, wasn't there a door in here that we didn't go in? This looks like Nanashi no Game. Nah, I guess it's got some ghostliness going on. Okay, this is the kitchen room. Please open the inventory, the ghost is coming. Okay. We might as well save. That's the sound effect when people enter your park in Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's the exact sound. And they pay. Not to mention that I found one of your VODs playing it. Of Nanashi no Game? Yeah, we played that a while ago. I think the first one, I played that in one sitting the entire game when I was staying up overnight. It scared me so bad. I almost couldn't keep playing it because it scared me so much. 3 clones of the same guy. I take Clock Tower 3 seriously already. It was a cool game. I was considering playing that for October, but I don't know if I will or not. No, no. Is she gone? Is she gonna be gone when I go in here? Yeah? What the hell is that? Refrigerator? Frozen fish. The frozen fish is hanging from the ceiling on a hook. They got like just a bunch of frozen tuna, I guess. Various packages of frozen food are being preserved here. Well, I guess, oh, I thought we have to crouch down under the fish, I guess? Crawl under these frozen tunas. Oh, there's meat too. The meat is hanging from the ceiling on a hook. Yep. It sure is. Boxes? What's the point of this room? And if the power is out, how is this working? Am I freezing to death? Seems like the screen is like pulsating with like frostiness. Weather, cloudy. Like it tells you what the weather is. Why? Yeah, the power's out. How do we fucking turn it on? There must be something in this room. You gotta be kidding. What is this? What? What? What does that say? Done fish? Bone fish? What is this room? I don't know. Maybe something will happen once I can turn the lights on in here. Dope fish. This is spooky. What, this room? Power just means light in this world, I guess. It's cloudy inside this room. Maybe a ghost is here that you can see when you turn the light on. Yeah, it could be. What are we gonna do? Ah! Why can't I pass through this tiny little gap? It's so annoying. What's this? Cooking stove? It's an iron kitchen range. Why can I not pass through here? This is so irritating. No! Stop! Ah. God damn it. Ugh. You can see the top of the range. You can see that there's no polygons up there. Alright. Is there something in one of these?
Full Metal protagonist.
No, leave me the fuck alone. Thank you, 8 lives. There's probably a ghost blocking your way. Bullshit. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. Stop. Just leave me the fuck alone. I'm sick of this. Ah. She won't leave me alone. We haven't even seen a candlestick. Yeah, we have a candle still, but I don't know, like, we haven't seen a candlestick anywhere. When Clock Tower the first sphere and 2. Well, we tried to play 2, but it was really not fun. Like, it was interesting, but you have to play the whole thing with a guide, which I don't really think that's very interesting personally. I guess we have to find more music composition. How frustrating. I don't know what to do. She is so good at playing this song. Yes, you are right. Somebody was drinking wine? It's completely empty. Somebody drank all of it. There's a little bit of wine left at the bottom of the bottle, but for the most part it's already been drunk. Richard, you could drink that. It's completely empty, yeah. The chair was fashioned out of wicker. Yep. So, what does that say? Bar, inner court? Well, we can't get to inner court. Hey, wait. Was there a door in the kitchen that we didn't go through? We go bowling and we drink a little vino. couldn't get into it because of mystery. Yeah, I know. But there was another door. No! Stop! God damn it! Nah, I can't get through this little gap! I'm gonna die! Wait, where'd she go? I hate this! It's so scary! Right. There was another door. She just wanted to give you a little frigton. Well, I'm very frigton. I'm very scared and frigton. Day is dark and I cannot remember happy day. Okay. Do I not have the key anymore? I guess not. I guess there's a different key for every circuit board in the entire house, which makes no fucking sense at all. Yeah? Oh, this must be the combination for that one. So it's 5, 6, no. 5, 5, 5, 3, 6? That was a funny sound effect. Bloop bloop. Nice chord progression. What? You should do what I do when I'm scared and sing out loud. You do? 9 out of 10. Thank you. Chord progressions are written out with Roman numerals like that. Oh yeah, you're right. Woke up just in time to rate. You fell asleep. Augursly. Huh? Oh, okay, so then it's probably 5, 8. 5, 8, 5, 8, 6? Ooh, the sound of that turning is really unpleasant. Hey, there we go. Yeah, just for the musicians in chat. Just a little composter joke. Thought that said criminal lounge for a second. Why are you crying now too?
あのね、みんなでね、かくれんぼしててね。
Why does she sound like she was recorded in a bathroom?
でもね、全然わかんないの。いっぱいいっぱい探したの。もうやだ。これを持ってる人が鬼なの。
Yeah, I'll find your dead friends. You have taken the wolf medallion.
お兄ちゃん、代わりに探して。
That really sounds like an adult, like who can't do a child voice. There's a wide array of books here. Yeah, look at that. Look at how wide that book is. It's like all of Nausicaa in one book. Why do you hate all of these lost children? I don't know. They're just annoying. There's a painting of a scene in a cave looking out at a lake. Cool. This is pretty grim looking. Kind of reminds me of where Cinnabar lives in Hoseki no Kuni. Circular table, bracelet. Will you take the red bracelet? Yes. It's a round table. This chair has a tall backrest and no armrest. Look at this sofa. Look at how cozy. It's a snuggle sofa. It's a cloth sofa. Brandy bottle. There's a brandy bottle here. Why don't you hate every child by default? I don't know. She's angry she can't do child cruelty to them because they're ghosts. Your energy today plus this game is kind of comedic. What do you mean? Poor Cinnabar. Yeah. I want to know what happens with her. Oh, hey. Alright, so we can take that key. Is this some bullshit where I'm gonna have to run around swapping out keys? Alright. Fine. You're like, ugh, stupid ghost children. Ugh, stupid puzzles. Ugh. Yeah. Because they're all annoying. It's the same as the first game. I think so far I like the first game more, maybe. Thomas Kincaid's evil twin, who is the painter of dark. Yeah, we're in business, baby. Oh, now we can go around and do things. Huh. You look like an alien. Oh, it's just a big chef's hat.
ないなあ、おかしいなあ。よりによってこんな時に。おや、いいところへ来た。探し物をしているんだが手伝ってくれないか。
What choice do I have?
お客様にシチューをお出ししなくてはならないんだが。
Stew.
仕上げの胡椒が見当たらないんだ。旦那様の大切な客人を待たせるわけにはいかないのに。確かここに置いたはずなんだが。バ
Thought
ー
it
の
was
方か。
Marge.
マークのやつ、いつも勝手に持ち出すからな。
Yeah, that Mark. Why would you take Pepper to the bar? Why not just have, like, this is clearly a mansion. Why don't they just have a second fucking pepper shaker? Give me a fucking break. This fancy pot could be used for making stews. You hate this guy too? Yeah, I hate all the ghosts. You sound like AVGN. Oh no. Frozen meat. Grappy is as angry as I am playing literally any game right now. What do you mean? I never thought you were the type to get angry at games. Stunt is AVGN. Okay. Ghost sushi? He's a crystal skull guy. What does that mean? Seems to still be no point in coming into this room. I don't know. Maybe there'll be like a note that says like, you need to input the number of frozen fish and frozen meat to unlock this combination lock or something like that. Gotta be something with the air vents? I can't really like reach them though. The map did seem to show something to do with the freezer though. Alright, well, now that we can explore freely, let's look around. Without Miss Teehee coming after us. Alright. What do we have here? Oh, hey! What are you doing?
あっち行ってよ。見つかったらどうするのよ。
I'm the one finding you, idiot. Wait, where's the... Oh. Maybe I have to equip Wolf Medallion. Oh yeah, it's for the body. We're gonna equip it.
ああ、見つかっちゃった。頑張って隠れたのに。
Under a table? How old are you?
これ。
Sheep's gold coin? I mean, alright, but... Another child. Well, she turned into a purple crystal. This game has a lot of dead children. Pretty edgy. Hiding under tables as a kid was OP. What do you mean? Yeah, the cigar lounge. It's a round wooden board. Board? That's a tabletop supported by a single brass leg. Do people call this a board? I don't know. And, you know, the big ceiling fan to blow the cigar smoke around the room while you're smoking. Time to turn these ghosts into Devil's Knife. You instantly had a private room, especially if they had a big tablecloth and you could hang out and draw and eat potato chips. I like to go into clothing display racks as a child, you know, like the circular ones. That was nice too. Surrounded by muffling clothes in the loud department store. Well, now we can talk to this ghost. Who broke this chair? A broken chair has fallen over here. You know, I don't think that it just fell over. Unless someone sabotaged it. Wish there was a guy trying to tell you about chips and making you play poker. You mean like the casino in the first game? Graffy laughing really hard at her own joke. It's not I'm laughing at my own joke. I just like the mental image of people smoking cigars and there's like the smoke is just getting blown around the entire room. It's a real 3-year-old who was put into a coma for 20 years so they could hire an adult to voice a 3-year-old. What? Strange concept, 8 lives. Hey, can you stop that?
違うわ。あなたじゃない。
What?
マーク。
Oh.
あなた、この曲を知らない？楽譜が消えてて、どうしても思い出せないの。このままじゃ、あの人も来てくれない。知ってるなら教えて。
Will it just play this if I put the notes in? That would be really funny.
「これでいいの？弾いてみるわ。」違う。こうじゃなかった。
Make Megalovania. I don't know how. You messed up. Yep. I guess I did, didn't I? She's just gonna keep playing that? Oh no. That's pretty cool. That's a clever little thing they've done there, isn't it? I wonder, are we supposed to be just looking for the hiding children? or I don't know. I kind of don't know what like the main objective I should be going for is. I mean, clearly, wait, what? I guess we never turned this on. Let's look for that peeper. Oh, there's the pepper. I can see it.
胡椒これはバーのものだ。あげるわけにはいかない。僕は楽譜を探しているんだ。
Oh, okay.
もし見つけてくれたら、あげてもいい。
I like this guy's voice.
大事な楽譜なんだ。僕が彼女にあげた。
Right, yeah, sure.
彼女はもう
No,
どこにもいない。
She's in the piano room.
あの楽譜だけでも。
Oh my god, what a sequence of adventure game item exchange puzzle. Well, you need to get the ghost's piano composition to give it to the other ghost so that he will let you have the pepper so that you can give it to the chef ghost so that he will get out of the way of that door. Oh my god. You are so annoyed by this. It is just a little ridiculous, don't you think? Yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's sorry. Your boyfriend will fix it, don't worry. As long as the bartender ghost isn't telling you to kill your family. And boy, am I glad he's the sheriff. First game had those things too, is all. I don't remember this kind of ridiculous, like, item juggling. But it was on a ship, so it was cooler. Yeah. Here. Is this what you want?
これは
Yeah.
そうだ。この楽譜だった。
Yep.
彼女が弾いてくれるはずだった曲。ありがとう。これだろ
I thought he was
欲
gonna
しかっ
throw
た
it.
ものは。
You have taken the pepper grinder. That looks really cool. Look at like the coloration on the glass on it.
楽譜のお礼だ。持って行ってくれ。いや、なんでもない。
What? What? Thought he was gonna
彼らは
walk
苦
through
しんでるわ。果たせなかった過去の思いにとらわれて。
walk through the wall with the music sheet in his hands. I thought he was gonna I thought that because my notes were wrong that he was going to take the pepper back and go put it back in the shelf.
でもその男もあの女ももうどこにも行けない。どうせもう死んでしまっている。そう言いたいの？
Can you speak up? The music is really loud.
それが彼らの運命。あなたは恋人を助けに来たようだけど。つまらない人ね。
Yeah, I mean all our dude cares about is like wood and like whether the chairs have armrests or not. That's like the most boring guy. Not with that attitude, they aren't. Wonder if you messed up this puzzle and won't get their crystals. I don't know. Was there anything like that in the first Echo Knight? That would be really annoying. Well, maybe I can talk to that guy again. Maybe he'll say something if I talk to him. I feel so sleepy. I don't know why. Have we already been playing this for almost 2 hours? Over 2 hours? I think you probably had to put the right notes in. How could I? How the hell could I do that? You could miss crystals. Oh well, I guess we won't get the true ending. What the hell was that? Look at his stance. I think maybe in her memory you can see the score. Oh. Oh well. Peeper grinder. Pee-pee grinder. He's throwing it back.
おお、これだこれだ。
Yep.
よかった。おかげで料理が完成するよ。
That's all?
これでよし。
Oh my god. Can't wait to eat his ghastly slop. Did you fall asleep again, All Grizzly? Sauce pot. Yep. Let's go outside, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Courtyard West. Cool. Cool. This is awesome. The fallen leaves texture on the ground. Why can't I stop yawning? Huh? Is that a dog? What? R.I.P. Dino?
ディーノどこなの
Oh. This is what Kingsfield graphics will be in 2015. Kingsfield 4 does not look bad, Mocha. Oh. Her dog's from New Jersey. Whatever. Oh. What's that? Oh yeah. It's kind of weird looking. A sullen child.
ねえ、犬を見なかった？ディーノっていうの。これくらいの大きさで、これと同じペンダントを首につけてるんだけど、
You've got matching pendants for your dog?
どこ行っちゃったんだろう。雨、降ってきたのに。また何か見つけたのかな？
Yeah, whatever. Hmm. I like how wet the grass sounds as we're walking on it. You should crawl on the ground and roleplay as Dino. Oh, that's a door. Reported. Why? That's cute. I wish, as a dog, I had matching pendants with someone. 8 out of 10. Really? I debase myself that much and that's all that I get in return. Door. There's a large metal door. I gotta go. I thought this was a normal stream. It is normal. I'm normal. Malt barrel. There's malt liquor inside. Whoa. This is where they make Old English 800 and Steel Reserve. That was freakish. Ugh. Aha, good one. What do you mean? Is that the dog? What's with these glyphs, huh? Poster. A word of caution when using the drawbridge. Be sure to read the following instructions to prevent any accidents. When the switch is pressed, both drawbridges will move up or down. If anything is weighing down the drawbridge, it will not respond to the switch. Okay. Why? What? Why are there drawbridges in here? Oh my god. Butter dog. That's not what it says on this poster. Yeah, it says do not, I don't know, working, do, I just can't see it. I just can't see it. Why are you squashing me, Augersley? Wine bottle. It's a wine bottle. It's not made out of wood, so I guess Richard has no interest in it. Well, let's see. There's like an elevator just for this? Oh wait, no, where does that go? Huh? Huh? When you said switch, my brain went to the console and then I looked at the screen and saw that was not the case. Oh. Yeah, it's the drawbridge switch. That was a really odd sound. Stretch and hydrate. Did you just get here, Ilya? Welcome, Ilya. I don't know. I'm kind of having mixed feelings about this game so far. She hates it. I don't hate it. I'm just kind of I really liked Echo Knight the first, but this one, I don't know. Because it's an adventure game. No. We've played many adventure games on this channel. No, because Shadowgate 64 was also an adventure game. Yeah, and it was like this game, kinda. Is there a reason? Look at how scary this dog looks. Look at how fucking scary. It looks like it's a skeleton dog. Do you know, is there like a reason why you can't walk across this? Okay. Yeah, great. Okay. Why are these drawbridges even here? No. Adventure games were the foundation of this channel. Yeah, I guess a Clock Tower is a point and click game too. That's an adventure game. Oh no, to annoy you. Oh, you can fall off of that, huh? Alright. Because video game. Alright, which angle do I need to interact with him from? No. Oh, I get it. Okay, okay. I think that, this is so weird. What an odd puzzle. You fell. Yes, I did fall. Good boy. Dino, you are so smart. Oh. The sound effect. He almost ran off the edge. Little dumbass guy. Was there anything I could do with this? There's no response. Is it broken? Gondola? Is that what you would call that? I mean, it seems to be an elevator to me. Why does it do a money sound? I don't know. It's just the sound for anything mechanical in this game, I guess. You did it, Graffy. You learned what the dog doing. I don't know. Did we really learn anything? I still don't... Yep. What the fuck? What the hell is that? He fucking trolled you, yeah. Graffy gets trolled. This is you, Stunts, doing this. Tricking me. Absolutely outskilled. Oh, Margot has one too. Excellent. I'm doing this to you because we didn't get to watch Sergeant Frog. I'm sorry. I think this is the idea, is I have to get off of here. Yeah, alright. Then I want to hit the switch to pull up both drawbridges. Right? Because why else would it even... the sound of those creaking bothers me so much. It's so unpleasant. Like, because why else would there be a thing where trying to use them while something's on the drawbridge affected it? Alright, you're going upstairs now. You fucking rat! Oh my god! Ah! God damn it! Ah. Maybe I have to trap him on this middle thing and then raise the drawbridges and then he can't get away so I can take the wrench from him. Ugh. That sounds. Oh wait, this is Graphite Channel. When are we gonna toss detergent in his eyes? I still can't believe that was like one of the first games that was the first game we ever played. Wait, I don't want to do this yet. Ah. I have to take my headphones off so I can't hear that. Remember in Clock Tower 1 how there was oh, hold on. There was like an evil dog, and the way that you avoid the dog is by throwing laundry detergent in its eyes. That was like the origin of all the animal cruelty on this channel that keeps happening. This is my favorite stream. Yeah, because you're a fucking sadist and you like me suffering. Yep, go on over. Yep, giddy up, boy. He would have tipped off the edge there. He put his feet out in the gap. Yep. I got you now, bastard. Yes. You suck. Alright. Look at him. Alright. No, it's specifically the bolt that wiggles around when you try to turn this, I guess. I can't believe you made it. Why? He certainly threw a wrench into our plans. Good one. He looks like a skull. Like he looks dead. Alright. We're going to heaven, buddy. I will say, I like these kind of confined segments like this more than, oh my god, please stop barking. More than just like wandering around the house when it's like ghosts are after you. Oh my god. Hey, I found your dog. Oh, are you dead? Or... Oh, is she the evil girl who's floating around?
よかった。もう会えないかと思った。リーノ、私もうダメ。どうしてお兄様がお願い。ディーノと友達に。
No, I don't want this dog to be following me around.
私とディーノの
You have taken the opal necklace.
ディーノずっと一緒に
Rest of the game is a dog escort mission. His tongue is the same color as his fur. I don't like this dog one bit. They had one dog cry sound and they will use it. I guess I can't stop them. They already made their decision. Nope. We're going to put on Dino's magic pendant. Huh? Hey. Can you please call off your dog?
私の
Oh my god. the leash on ourselves. Hey, now there's good thinking. Whoa, he's grown up.
Dina,
I like the detail that
行こう。
he's much bigger than she is, so he lived on without her for like years after that because he was only a puppy. Whoa, she dropped a rat. Oh, it's this. You take the horse head hook. Yep. Door Commander X, routine ow. Broken door. This game owns. Sorry, Grappy. Yeah, it's fine. Let's become this ghost girl's dog. There's a sign here saying that I can't enter. The door seems to be broken. Can't wait to hear bark.og every 2 seconds for the rest of the game. Well, most clever dog in this world. How can you say this is bad? Come on, I didn't say it was bad. I mean, it's mostly just, I kind of prefer the first one so far. That was pretty good. That changed my opinion quite a bit right there. Grappy is in a mood where she hates all the things that she usually likes. Yeah, like when we played Disaster Report. And I got really grumpy. Even though I do like that game and have played a bit of it before and enjoyed it. Or what are some other games where like I played some of it on stream and I just like stopped because I just wasn't in a good mood? Don't bring that up. Why not? The way all these low poly objects are constructed. Maybe I should copy the same thing. I mean, it's a late PS1 game, and these are probably people who had a ton of experience with making this stuff, so it's interesting. I'm interested in this. Night and Baby. No, that was just not. Why does it sound like it's made of stone? Ooh. We got Cobweb Room. It's a stone painting, Luigi. You didn't make it. Now, every night lately when I go to lay down, I get a foot cramp every night. Every single night without fail. Layton? I mean, that was annoying just, I don't know, that was annoying for a number of reasons. You can get PS1 texture warping in Blender, but I think it's harder with the switch to 2.8. I don't know, I don't feel like that's necessarily like a good part about the PS1. I know that like a lot of games try to emulate that, the affine texture warping, but I don't know. I don't have much affection for it personally. You're growing. Growing? OMG, same bestie. Lately my thighs and calves cramp up constantly. We either have too much potassium or not enough potassium. Also, why are the button icons here? They look clearly like they've been like bizarrely scaled up from some like smaller graphic or something. Like, why do they look like that? Let's read it. There's so many fucking items. Huh? This is the diary of the young girl who disappeared in the courtyard. She didn't disappear. She was murdered. What? It's something that I thought was universally beloved. It's fine to like it. Diary. Karen Clancy. Dear Diary, I found an odd little room. It's my biggest discovery yet. I had no idea this place had any secret rooms. I don't even think my brother Albert knows about this one. I'm keeping it a secret all to myself. Well, I decided to show Dino while nobody was looking. He is my best friend after all. Dear Diary, Albert seems to be really busy again today. All I was doing is playing in the courtyard, and he yelled at me to be quiet. I don't think he cares for me all that much, really. Dino's the only friend I've got. Dear Diary, my brother scolded me again. I guess he's a grown-up and the head of the household. I shouldn't be surprised he won't play with me. It's probably because Jessica's sickness hasn't healed. Dear Diary, the doctor came again today. Is Jessica's sickness really as bad as they're saying? Dear Diary, my brother's been acting weird. He forbid anyone from going into Jessica's room at all, and what's even weirder is the doctor hasn't been dropping by lately. Dear Diary, he shut himself in the room on the west side for days now. He comes out sometimes and heads for the wharf and the eastern ruins. The Huh? What could he be doing there, though? Dear Diary, I've heard people talking about ghosts appearing in the mansion. I don't want to walk around alone, so I'll stay with Dino from now on. But did we like accomplish anything by doing that though? This is a simple desk without drawers. It looks like it's been put through a considerable amount of use. Yeah, we have to look at the chairs. Just like the desk, it seems to have been put through a considerable amount of use. Okay. Did we learn anything here? I don't know. Oh, here we go.
私は待っている。湖南に跡が。教会。
Chapel. Okay. Southern Wharf? That's so scary, WTF. You're a baby, Ilya. Or as a small little baby. Yeah, and it's a good emote. Oh, Graffy is here to tell us who's a baby for getting scared, huh? That's not as scary as the scary ghost who comes up and is angry of you.
返して持って
Yeah, sorry, I gave it to your boyfriend and now he won't talk to me anymore for some reason. I don't know. You get scared by a ghost appearing even though you can easily outrun it. Not in all of these rooms, and there's a lot of places with like weird bottlenecks where I can't get past them. Yeah, you fucked up that puzzle. Great. Well, we'll not get the true end now, I guess. What happened to those hiding children puzzle? I don't know. Maybe you don't need all of them. Graffy tricking all of chat into playing this game to help the piano lady. What do you mean? What was, there was this map. What does this mean, though? What does this mean? I want to play it and love it and not get annoyed at all the ghosts. Well, it's your choice then, I guess. Piano lady's soul won't find rest until all of us play this game and give her back her music sheet. Seems like a tall order. I'm not gonna play this game again after this. Is it something pendant? Painting? No, it's not a pendant. No, it's ash tree. Oh, I feel so sleepy playing this game. I I don't know. I don't get it. Why is there an arrow coming from this room and going to the outside? Is there something under these tables? Look at those seams breaking up in all the polygons. Want to go to the cigar lounge with the Skyrim cloth map. What are you saying? It looks like they have like this shadowing is done by like polygons that go over the wall. They're probably like set with some kind of like alpha effect or something. That's pretty cool. Oh, this game is just making me so sleepy. And why can't we go through that gap? That is so irritating. Our man is like got 50-inch shoulders or something. Let's see. Let's look at our condition is fine, I guess. Weather rainy. I just want to know like why did that map have an arrow coming from this room and from the cigar lounge to the courtyard? He's shaped like Vort of the Boreal Valley. That guy is so fucking funny. The first time that I played Dark Souls 3, I thought that he was so scary, but he's really not. Should I go back and get the key out of the whatever that thing was? Now, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I feel so sleepy. Thunder. What's that noise? You wanna fucking do anything, Richard? Was that this room? God, I'm not gonna make it much longer. Oh. Oh. Huh. Whoa. What the fuck? Just like a punji stick pit? I straight up couldn't beat him the whole day. Seriously? It's not that bad. I'm back again. Hey Mocha, where did you go? Herb. Sleep on. Yeah, I'm pretty sleepy too. Ilya, who's the streamer that you get all those good emotes from? Like Booba. What was that sound? You gotta keep playing. Only for like another 30 minutes, maybe. Oh, Christ. Raffy loves Booba. Like Booba, yeah. She has a really good animated emote. Chon Ko. They've made emotes for Gura now. Yeah, there it is. Yes, yes. My favorite. Ah. Let's take a shower. Guess not. Boing. I love it so much. Want to take a shower like in Sonic Adventure? What do you mean? At a casino? Graphy pogging at the booba. Emote every time gives me joy. I'm glad. I'm glad. It brings me so much happiness. Shower into bed. Natural combo. There's a marble sink here. Yeah, with Tails. Oh yeah, that's right. Tails is with you because you are Sonic. Play for another 3 hours. No. Absolutely not.
おーい、そこの君、ちょっと来てくれよ。
Who are you? He looks like a punk rocker.
ちょうどよかった。見てほしいものがあるんだ。ついてきてくれないか。
What? Richard, do you think you should talk to this guy about like the ghosts or the guy who got his neck snapped? Why are you locking that?
不用心だからね。ちゃんと鍵をかけないと怒られちゃうんだ。
It's a skinhead. Yeah, he looks like a oi, like a guy in an oi band or something. I get angry when I see that emote. Why?
この中に船があるんだけど、シャッターが開かないんだ。君、なんとかできないかな。
He's gonna D-beat at you? What's that? A human? You know, there was a human here earlier, Ilya, but he got his neck snapped by a ghost and died. Please call me if you need transportation to the research facility on the East Shore. Research facility? RNC Research Ruins Chief, Bridget Margarel. Okay. Well, check out these trees. Cool beans. All the boys I knew grew up had shaved heads like that. Really? I was hoping it would let me just walk into the water. This is a really small dock. This is so cool. Crank hole. Shutter. The wooden shutter is down. I mean, I don't have a crank. Who up cranking the hole? Don't say that. He looks like a baby. ... Mister, where's the fucking crank? Why did he bring me here and then tell me to look at it? You must understand that if neither of us has the crank, so that no one can open it. And he locked it. What? What the hell? Oh, look at that water. It's like scrolling at different rates. Oh, it's effing texture warping. I see now. That looks really weird. Look, buddy. Huh?
触るなよ。火が消えちゃったらどうするんだ。ああ、いや、その、とにかくこれは僕のだからな。そうだ。僕仕事があるんだった。そろそろ行かなくちゃ。
What? That's how you progress this scene? What the hell? Would you drink it? I don't know. I mean, it's 1949 river water. It's I don't know. It's probably okay to drink. He's just a lovable oaf. 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 What? Okay, he brought me in here. What? That is so weird. What even was any of this? What? And he locked the door? What? Boat shed? There's the boat shed here. Yes, that's great. It's okay to drink. You can get a whole week off work even. Oh. Gee, thanks. Why are you afraid, Ilya? It's fine. What does the compass even do? Now I'll be able to know what direction I'm facing. Huh? Huh? What? Red bracelet. I guess we can equip that. What is it? Since ancient times, this ruby has been said to ward off the sickness. Okay. I guess we'll wear it. Why not? Hey, wait, there's something there. Oh, hey! It's, Brian Node? Hey, buddy! I can't look down any further. Hey! Oh, how did his body end up here?
ああ、見つかっちゃった。せっかく沖まで出て捨ててきたのに。
Oh, okay, okay.
こうなっちゃしょうがないか。本当はこいつで背後からドスンってやるはずだったんだけどな。屋敷はいつもきれいにしておけってアルバート様に言われてるんだ。それと知らないやつは入れちゃダメだって。ジェシカ様を守るためだって。
Huh? What? Yes, he has a fucking gun. Maybe I can get around him. Oh shit, he's really just got perfect aim. Can I just leave?
おーい、どこ行くんだよ。
Okay. It was foreshadowing earlier. What do you mean? The fuck am I supposed to do now? It's locked. Oh, give me a break. Oh. What? He shot me during the door opening animation? Fuck off. Whoa, cool. Oh man, too bad this guy is hot house. Something about that is kind of funny. I don't know why. What the fuck am I supposed to do against this man? What? Tool storage. Some music? Oh my goodness. Notebook. Alright. The chair has armrests. It has blood on it also, Richard. Oh my god. I can't believe how many of the descriptions of the like furniture, it just says like this chair has armrests. Hot house, time to smoke it up. Armrests are important. Yeah, I guess they're important for our guy. Let's see. Operating the sprinklers. First, make sure there's enough gasoline in the motor before flipping the switch. If it's empty, there should be some gasoline in the shed. Release the water supply valve located just outside the hothouse. Turn it to the right to start the flow and left to seal it. Last of all, you must simply need push the sprinkler switch located in the greenhouse. Don't stand there too long when they're on or you'll get soaked. Okay, this must be the way to turn on sprinklers so that his lantern goes out, maybe? So that he will be killed by ghosts. Uh-oh. What's this? Stone monuments? Huh? Oh my god, he is just fucking lighting me up here. Oh my god. How am I gonna get past him? The gas in the generator is running out. The sofa's been placed here. Wow, incredible. Pew pew. There's water flowing. Tree. Oh fuck, he's coming in here. maybe we gotta go get more gas. Now play classical gas. Well, it seems like there is gas in the generator though. What do we gotta do? Turn this. Oops. Oh no. Maybe we just gotta go into the hothouse and stay there for a second. Oh. There's the switch. Huh? Did that not work? He's about to light my ass up. Hold on. This is so intense. I jumped at a shadow in my room. Really? Alright, so I think that maybe there's just not enough gas. Ow! Oh my god! Gas, 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 I'm gonna step on the gas. Alright, let's go. A little annoying that this just... There's no chance that you're not gonna get shot during this section. Like, I have the movement speed as fast as possible. Hey, there's a herb. Maybe that's better than the dried herbs. Earth herb returns. Good for us. Fueling station. Aluminum can. There are cleaners and detergents in here. Oil tank. It's a large oil tank. There's a pipe connected to this device. Oil supply device. Huh? Looks like it's used for refueling. Oh. What? Am I missing something? Oh, gasoline. There we go. Is this not what... I guess not. Huh? The return of Yellow Herb Ambient. What's that? Fandom Wikia offers Lord of Drowsiness as alternate subtitle for this game. What? Like as a joke, or... I picked up this gasoline container in the fueling station. Yes, I did. Drum can. All these puzzles seem very involved, yeah. In the first game, they usually weren't quite so, like, pressured like this, where there's like a guy shooting at you and stuff. There appears to be some fuel inside. Is there gas in the container that we have? Or... It's the oil tank's light. Oh, there's a lever. There's a handle here. Yeah. Looks like it's used for refueling. Am I not supposed to... Like, it says oil, but there's been, like, some discrepancies between, like, what the things say sometimes and what is actually, you know, going on in this game. There's charcoal in here. Great. And there's storage shelf. Shelf? Yep, that is a shelf. You're right. You are right. I heart oil. Classic. It's cool that there's grass growing on the roof of this shed. That's kind of neat. Generator. Yes. Thank you, God. Oh. Hey, nice sound effects. Some heavy gas. Sloppy gas. Graphy. What? I'm back. Welcome back. Did you fall asleep again? Hot house. Yep, here we go. El gas. Huh? Yeah. You're gonna mess up your sleep schedule. I can't blame you though. I'm getting really sleepy too. Yeah, dumbass. Oh, it's so loud. Ooh, this is really hurting my ears. Oh my god. Look at how steamy it is in here. I'm fever. Oh no, you have a fever? I can plant herb seeds here. Hey, that's kind of cool. You can cultivate herbs? Some sort of fern is growing here. Time to get gunched by the ghosties. Time to get grabbed by the ghoulies. Little garden. Hey, he dropped the key. Oh, he dropped the crank. Right. What are these trees supposed to be? These are bright green. Did I say bite green? What is that? Another indie farming game. Is this a cultivation simulator? Oh, I feel like there's probably got to be something to do with that. Let's turn that off to conserve power and gasoline. Yep. Yep, I know. It turned off the water. You know, I don't know why, but like I really enjoyed the Harvest Moon games when I was younger. Maybe not the first one so much because it's kind of weird, but I played a lot of Harvest Moon 64 when I was little, but I don't really like most like farming games since then. Looks like there's compost in it. Like I tried Stardew Valley and it had like such emphasis on like combat and stuff. Herb seed. Hey. Why did Stardew Valley have combat? Because Stardew is ugly. Yeah, that too. It's like in Resident Evil, you have to make a herbicide cocktail. Ugly game with ugly people. Well, you can get mods to turn them into like furries or whatever if you want. Whoop. Herb. You can do that. And Grandpa's shitty bed. Mods are asleep. Post Grandpa's fucked up bed from Stardew Valley. I'm assuming I need to water it, but I don't know. The combat is the same as the combat in Harvest Moon DS. Really? I only ever played a little bit of that game. Mostly I just played 64. And you know, I tried one of the GameCube ones, but I don't know. I couldn't get into it. And also it was like, I think that whatever, the copy of it that I burned, it was like really fucked up. Like how in that one Harvest Moon you can marry a Kappa and one day he just says, "You pregnant now." That's how it goes. What about Innocent Life, a futuristic Harvest Moon on PSP? I don't know. I don't really want it to be sci-fi, but it could be interesting. There's a slate here. What is this? You need furry mods or something to enjoy Stardew. I think that's the main appeal. TBH. Yeah, it's like kind of one of those games where it's like practically just like a mod platform. Here, make the game you want to play. Community. Well, is there anything else to be seen around here? I'm trying to get closer to the microphone. but I can't because my chair is stuck in some divots on the floor because my back kind of hurts. Hello. What are you helloing about? Remember Harvest Moon, where if you played the girl, the game ended instantly on marriage, but if you picked a guy, the game went on, and it made me hate it so much. That seems weird. Why would they do that? Hi. Hi, Mocha. Isn't in like Ape Escape 3, if you play as the girl, aren't there like monkeys that act all like lecherous towards you? And what is this? What is this? This like weird kidney shaped pool? It's like knee deep. It's a deck chair. Does not have armrests, but I guess Richard doesn't care about that. He doesn't care. I guess we're not. Are we done with this house, or? The cave where the two geologists are has a hole that goes down 250 floors deep, and the further deep you go, there are evil farm animals you have to fight. What? At the bottom is a sleeping princess you can marry, but she's not the harvest witch, so who cares? What? Alright, we got this boat to come out. How do you get that back up in there? After you take it out, there's not like a crane or anything, like a... Huh? You pay the local boys a shilling each to hoist it back up. What's that? This is Christina's handkerchief. Huh. Huh.
クリスティーナ・コリンズ。あ、この病室ですね。病院ですからね。静かにしてくださいよ。
Anchor City Hospital.
あれ、来てくれたんだ。
Huh.
簡単な検査入院なんだから、そんなに心配しなくてもいいのに。大丈夫。ちょっと無理しちゃって体調崩しただけよ。私、小さい頃から体は丈夫だったし。あ、もっとずっと小さい頃はわからないけどね。じゃあそこまで競争よ。あ、ずるい。ちょっと
Wow, look at that sunlight.
私、幼い頃の記憶はないけど、一つだけ思い出せることがあるの。私と同じぐらいの女の子。とっても仲良しで、毎日一緒に遊んでたと思う。私ってどこの誰なのかしらね。
I think she must be Jessica that small girl was talking about. Maybe... Whoa, look at that texturing! Holy shit! This game has some crazy good graphics for the PlayStation 1. Where should I go? Whoa! Hey, this is cool. Now we can travel around by boat? Huh. Well, my first priority is I want to find a phone so I can save the game. I'm getting a little tired. probably gonna call it soon, but we gotta find a phone first. Whoa. This is the chapel? What? How did he just do that? I guess our guy is pretty good with that ore. Man, look at these plants. It's so cool how this game has a similar feeling to Kingsfield, obviously. It's hard not to make the comparison, but it's like, because it's not action oriented, it doesn't need to be quite so sprawling. Like, you get all these little carefully considered like diorama areas. It's so cool. Ew. Are you sure you should be drinking that? Mysterious colored water is flowing out. Drinking from the piss fountain. This is the big urinal for the big ball game. We need puke emote. I guess so. Whoa! Celestial globe? It's a celestial globe used to track the movement of the stars. I'm interested now. What do you mean? Mystery flavor. It's yellow Gatorade. Why is the Graphite Hello community always talking about that? We are doomed. Yeah, we're doomed. A painting's been hung here. Oh. Place of worship. Whoa, what is that? Whoa. Oh, I see now. This is where we bring all of our astral fragments to. I wonder if we get these items as the game goes on. If that's what the astral fragments are for. There's a shelf here. You can just unlock this stuff over time. That's pretty cool. Instead of making like the ending of the game depend on that. Man, look at that. Cool. Cool. It's a long chair used for worship. I love to go to church and worship on long chairs. Door. Door. Whoa. Ah, this is so cool. Huh? It's a large candlestick holder. Yeah, can you use the oil lighter, buddy? Stained glass. There's some stained glass here. Yeah. What am I supposed to do though? There's clearly something to this room, but what? Oh, these must represent each of the ghosts that we've helped so far? Maybe? I don't know. It makes me so annoyed that we messed up that one puzzle. And now we can't get the... I don't know, presumably... I would like to hope that they won't tie the good ending to astral fragments in this game, but I don't know. Alright, let's try and find that telephone, if we could. Ha. You gotta really, like, deliberately come here to drop those off, though. Well, we know that there's a phone in the mansion, so maybe we should go back to the mansion. If we can even get back in there anymore. Because when I tried to go in there when that guy was chasing me, the door was locked. Yeah, oh my god. Can we speed this up a little bit? There was some shoes in that case. I wonder if we can get like shoes that make us even faster. Some little sprinting shoes for us. Okay, yeah, we can go back in here. So I'm gonna save. Take a whiff? Why? What the hell? Okay, I take it back. Sorry, let me put my hinges back on. You're already fully unhinged. Oh yeah, and there was also all of this stuff. There was like this entire wing that we didn't even explore. Oh my god. Oh fuck, and this is almost completely burned down now. Let's explore that other room. Just to say that we did. Oh, it's locked. Who's that?
そっちには魔物がいる。この
There are
扉を
monsters
開
on
け
that
る
side
わ
of
け
the
にはいか
door.
ん。
Yeah, I forgot I'm not supposed to read this.
朝が来れば奴らはいなくなる。それま
Okay. What the hell? I wonder if I missed anything by not going in that room. Oh, hey, Picky. How you doing? Hi. Unfortunately, I'm just about to end for the day. What were you doing tonight? I hope you're having a good one. Oh, we're playing Echo Knight 2. Which is From Software game from 1999. You're in like a mansion and there's like ghosts. But I guess we can go. Thank you, Captain Ersatz. We'll go a little bit further. Finished Lack of Love for the Dreamcast. It was amazing, not gonna lie. Oh man, I wanted to play that so bad. Super Cali, thank you for the follow. I think I've heard of it. Is it good? I have some mixed feelings about this one. I like the first Echo Knight a lot, and this one, I don't know. It's had good moments, but it's also a little irritating at times. Please do, yeah. Maybe I will someday. I remember I tried to run it, but I think that the emulators that I tried, the music was broken. So it was like there's no point in playing it because the music seems like it's one of the most important parts. Yeah, well, we haven't been here yet. It would be awesome to become a Digimon. Yeah, once a week someone can redeem points to become a Digimon. And then I put them in the layout right here. Have you played Spec Ops The Line? No. I have not. Hey, yeah, there's a ghost.
はて、見かけぬ顔じゃな。お前さん、すまんがちょっと頼まれてはくれんか。
Yeah, sure. I'm already helping all the other
向
ones.
こうにある研究所から釣り竿を持ってきてほしいんじゃ。いつもあそこの連中に竿を借りるんじゃが。昨日行ってみたら何やら魔物が出おった。必死で振りほどかなければ殺されるところじゃった。
Is there gonna be actual monsters in this game? It's always just been ghosts. It's got a fan translation, the menu. And in my experience, it seems the music only shows up sometimes unless they plays it wrong. Oh, well, it's, I guess, I kind of had a hard time finding like, capture from like a Dreamcast hardware or something. So maybe what I was hearing was actually how it was supposed to be. I don't know. Could be. I've never played it on like actual hardware, so I guess I don't know. It's the most disturbing thing I've ever played. It scared me for a whole month. Well, I guess we have to get this guy his fishing rod. This is cool. Cool environment. Cool water. Yeah, so basically the flow of this game is you go around and you meet ghosts, and then you gotta help them somehow. Well, sometimes there's mean ghosts that are mad and they chase you around and they laugh at you and try to hurt you. But I'm probably gonna end for the night now. I'm pretty tired. I've been yawning all stream. I feel kind of bad about it. Anyway, you know, this game seems alright. I'd like to see it through to the end. And see if maybe I end up liking it a little better than I did, because I really did like the first Echo Knight a lot. It's one of my favorite From Software games. Whoop. Days, thank you for the follow. What would your top 5 games be? Oh, I don't know. I can't come up with that kind of stuff off the top of my head. Get some rest, yeah. I'll probably do that. I'm gonna go have some ice cream and then probably go to bed pretty soon. Thank you, though. Thank you for the raid, too. You're so big, yeah. Big! Let's see. Let us see. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. I don't know, I'm not really good at doing introductions when people raid, but I mean, I play a lot of kind of odd old stuff like that, and since it's about to be October, we're going in for, you know, all scary games for the next month or so. So if you like that, you'll have plenty. And even when it's not October, we play a lot of creepy games. Shenmue 1, Shenmue 2, Shenmue 3, Shenmue 4, Shaq Fu, yeah. That's the top 5, of course. S tier, thank you very much. Who shall we raid? Oh, I know. I know. Okay, well, we're gonna raid Clow. Seems that it's an art stream going on, so be good, everyone. Thank you all for coming, and thank you for the raid, Picky, again. And yeah, hope you all have a nice evening. And I might stream again tomorrow, but it might be Saturday. So yeah. Well, yeah. See you later.